Hot take, you're due for a haircut.
I'm scheduled for one. Let's see when. Next week, next Tuesday.
Alrighty.
What do you guys think?
Looks about right.
Now that you both have mics, welcome to
know.
the show, Connor, officially.
That's what's up.
That's with an
Thank you.
E.
I'm glad to be here. I appreciate it.
I don't know, doesn't sound like
I
he's
don't know.
doesn't sound like he was that excited to be here. I don't know if he deserves a mic.
I can mute him.
Well, he just got a gig at
No.
No?
That's okay.
Was he a race car for 3 seconds? What just happened?
I don't know.
I don't think he might.
heard-
I don't know.
Okay,
It looks
so
fine.
do you know...
I think your hair looks long.
Thank you. I just got it cut like
Thank you.
2.5 weeks ago. Anytime someone just says something random to you, just say thank you. It catches them off guard, whether it's supposed to be,
That caught me
whether
off
it was
guard,
a
and I wasn't
disparaging
even-
comment. Yeah,
It caught
exactly.
me off guard,
See,
yeah,
think
I will say.
that's 2 out of 3. So
I'm just here.
right. We were debating whether this would be the case or not, but do you know what a juice world is?
Isn't there a rapper called that or
Okay.
something?
Oh,
All right.
snap.
Ah,
He
he
knew.
knew, yeah.
I'm impressed.
I wouldn't be that impressed. I know nothing about that
Yeah.
culture, rap culture.
Mm-hmm.
Except
said-
actually, the people who performed at the halftime show, I do know those people.
The way he said
good.
rap culture was hilarious.
Yeah, that.
Well, because I was gonna say,
I feel like you were attempting to say something else, and you're like, "That's not the right phrase."
Yeah, essentially, I had
Yeah.
to. Yeah. I wanted to make sure I was, PG with my phrasing there, and correct in my phrasing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's been a hectic day today. Spokane Shock have a lot of fun news. That's what I've been working on. They got evicted last week, but it happens.
To the best, but mostly the worst.
But sometimes it happens, I guess. Anyway, they are maybe going to have a season next year.
It's encouraging.
They have a signed agreement. He's paid $153,000. He just needs 142 or something like that, thousand more.
Okay.
I usually carry that around in my back pocket. Where do you carry your 150 grand?
I don't even have a response.
See, you just catch people off guard, right?
Yeah.
That's what you say?
Yes.
I think
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
All right, here we are, locker room number 76 in the Holly Mason building. Not evicted.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Punch
we-
it.
What?
Punch it.
No. Oh, is that what it was for? Nice. That's kind of funny.
Got
Nice.
him.
See, the thing is, though, people aren't going to catch that. I don't think everyone looks at the lower third. They might now that I mentioned it.
If anybody watches and happens to be watching at the point of the show in which the lower thirds come on, I guarantee they look at the lower thirds.
I don't buy it.
I put hours of dedicated work into figuring out lower thirds. I take
Oh.
weekends, holidays, all throughout May.
Nice. Nice. All right, number 76.
Jermaine
There's no
Ifedi.
Mariners.
Okay.
Jermaine Ifedi, is that? Did you say that one because that's the first one who came to mind, or that's just the one you were saying?
It's the
for
only one that
first time?
matters, right?
Yeah, he is the only one that matters, 100%.
Obviously, Okung, Brown. I'm trying to think of Seahawks pre-Carroll.
There's a great one.
Steve Hutchinson.
There you go.
Okay. Is that everybody?
That matters.
Yeah.
Bill Hitchcock,
Okay.
and that's about it. What I feel like Bill Hitchcock is like a famous Western guy, like an outlaw.
Hitchcock.
Bill Hitchcock,
It sounds like someone that would face off against Clint Eastwood.
right?
Are you talking-
Yeah, Wild Bill Hitchcock, American law enforcement officer.
Oh.
Oh boy, does look pretty wild.
Who was the famous director? Was that Hedgecock?
Alfred
Yeah.
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock. Okay. What?
Hitchcock.
I wasn't sure. I was.
Hickok
See, a
instead
lot of
Hitchcock.
variations.
Who are you talking about? Me?
No, it's Hicklock.
Excuse me?
It says Hickok right there.
On
Google.
We'll just move on.
All right.
No, guys, it's fine. It's really fine. It's okay. No one needs to realize that I messed up. We can definitely move on. All right, let's pull up this Mike Trout hitting video. I was gonna play this later in the show, but I want to talk about it now. It made me laugh actually pretty solidly because people all deleted their tweets. But go ahead and play this video real quick. So this guy tweeted a video out, just some random guy. Just some random coach. He's an MLB hitting strategist. Posted this video and said, my friend's son needs help. Any tips/suggestions? People didn't realize this was Mike Trout. And everyone started giving hitting suggestions, like he's dropping
Oh
his
my
shoulder,
God.
he's opening up his stance too much, he should be, not squatting so much, he should be squatting more. Yeah, step into the pitch and drive it with a two-handed level swing. Hitting the ball hard on a line in the opposite field is a straight line to the majors. Good luck. Best of luck, Mike Trout, as you fix your baseball swing. I heard he's not very good, so he should probably really work on that. That
really just exposed, how toxic of a place the internet is and how everybody just wants to jump in and act as if they know everything.
Think that they're studs, right?
Which we do.
Well, I'm right all the time,
Mm-hmm.
except when I call Wild Bill Hitchcock and it's Hitchcock, but it's fine, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
I messed
really
up.
did gloss over that. Yeah,
I did mess up. All right, NFL stuff. I do want to mention one thing that's super interesting. Did you see John Harbaugh's contract situation with Michigan?
Yeah, a little bit. I did. I was thinking about it.
Do you have anything to say about it, or you?
Not really. No. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So essentially, his contract is set up very friendly for future potential to the NFL. Really cheap buyout. So I think after this year, it's like a $3 million buyout a team would have to pay Michigan to get him, and then it's like $2 million, and then it's $1 million. So I think he's probably going sooner rather than later will be on his way to the NFL again.
Yeah, which it doesn't come as a surprise. He left a very nice deal on the table when I think it was in January that Michigan initially offered him before he was like, let's just kind of pull things up here. I'm going to go test out the league. So he's going to be back in the NFL. And people that know him or know of him, they've always said that. Even when he first got to Michigan, that was never off the table for him somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think so. And a return to the NFL for a Harbaugh, especially Jim, is very warranted, as long as it's not in the NFC West.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, it was always fun competing against him.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy. I hated Jim Harbaugh, but I think I enjoy competing against him more than I have like Sean McVay. And Kyle Shanahan.
Well, that's when the rivalry was the strongest between Seattle and San Francisco.
Yep.
Which is probably the best rivalry that Seattle's had with anybody within the NFC West.
And arguably the best rivalry in the NFL over the last decade.
The Ravens, Steelers, and then Seattle.
And Seattle Niners would just beat up on each other.
But that kind of went away when it was like Jim Tom Sula and Chip Kelly. And it's different now with Shanahan. It doesn't have the same. Also you just have to think about all the different players that were on both sides of the ball.
Right.
Back in 2012 and 13.
Monsters and guys who just wanted to hit each other as hard as they could. I do want to look back here at these number 76s. I did want to talk about this. Would you rather have right now, would you rather have Russell Okung from when he was a Seahawk or Dwayne Brown right now?
Probably Russell.
Would you rather have Dwayne Brown last season or Jermaine Ifedi?
Dwayne Brown last season.
How close is that to you?
Not
close at all.
Not close at all. Not close.
Russell Okung when both of his ankles had to be taped, or Jermaine Ifedi?
Russell.
God, Jermaine, he had so much promise, and he seemed to be such a safe pick.
He was like the offensive Michael Bennett without the actual production. Just infuriating on all levels. You could predict when he was gonna false start, predict when he was gonna hold. You saw it coming. It's the bottom.
It's super unfortunate.
Yeah,
I really thought he would be some sort of answer to what the Seahawks had as problems. Good. He compared. I didn't realize this. Ifedi was compared to Cedric. I never.
Agbui?
Yeah. That was a bad.
That's a good thing. Cool.
That's great. I didn't realize that. People said he should have gone back to school, but a lot of people, everyone saw him as a first-round draft pick. So I don't care. Seahawks did their best. That's all I can ask. Just do your best, guys. Right? That's all we care about in sports. Guys just doing their best.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
That's
if they
all
just
that
have
matters.
fun, it's all good for me.
If only.
Everyone
only,
deserves a medal, right?
You know how much stress would be gone from my life if I could just say, Man, they had so much fun out there. I had so much fun watching them. But I don't, and I want to do horrible things when my teams lose. Horrible things that could probably get me sent to jail if I said them out loud.
Or banned.
Or banned. I could, canceled. What'd you say?
I don't know.
Banned
2011,
from
7-9 Seahawks. That was a fun team. That was bad. I mean, you can have fun. Like for me personally, this season was not fun, and it was a bad season.
So frustrating.
So it wasn't fun. Like you can have plucky seasons. Expectations are low, and then you start knocking off some big boys, and it's like so. They're not all bad teams are created equally.
So the Mariners won 90 games.
Yeah,
and let's say last year they only won 75.
Mm-hmm.
They were an awesome team to watch and root for.
Yeah.
They were even if they would have lost some of those one-run games. That's exactly what I said before the season. I said the Mariners are going to be fun. They might not be very good. They turned out to be very fun, and they turned out to be
decently
good with some balls that fell their way. But I would agree. I think that's a fair statement. I think teams can be fun to watch and be bad, depending on the characters and depending on like big plays and like cool things.
Like any team that Ryan Fitzpatrick is on
is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Baseball's harder to have a guy who makes it fun, where in the NFL and even the NBA, you can have a guy and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like when the Sonics weren't very good toward the end, like they had Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis. They were fun. Like they were an exciting team because Ray could put up 40 points and drop 12 3-pointers, and you're like, that was fun.
Yeah, with baseball, I mean, I feel like as long as you can hit, it's fun. If your pitching is just depleted and you have nothing there, you can still have fun. You're in games. You can put up runs. There's excitement.
You could lose 8-16. You're like, that was still exciting.
Yeah, for at least an inning or two. There.
Right. Yeah. And then you're like, all right.
They're bombs.
Yeah. Then here we are. Okay, that's fair.
Thanks.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'm not interested in ever agreeing. So sticking with the NFL topic, Super Bowl happened. The commercials, by the way, were horrid.
Okay, see this. I asked Sam this,
Horrid.
and Sam is one of the people because I've seen people out there that said that this year had been better than in several years.
Okay,
and I feel like it's just been on a consistent
real
decline.
quick. Let me say one quick thing about this. Yes, they were horrible, but they were without so much of the social justice warrior aspect of the commercials.
That's true, and I forgot that was a thing in years past.
From last year and everything.
Over like the last 3-4 years, it's like
Good point.
Just horrible. Okay. This year just wasn't memorable to me. Like I think I could maybe point out
we had to look up a list.
Two or three commercials.
I remember the Zeus one. I don't even
know what that means.
Okay.
The one with Arnold.
And
where he's Zeus.
Selma
Hayek.
Selma. God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's from here, like Tacoma or something.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Fact.
I will say I don't remember any specific commercial. Like he said, we had to look up like a list of them, and then when I saw like screenshots from certain commercials, I was like, oh, that one was okay. That was pretty good.
Yes.
I will say.
Okay.
I do miss like them leaning heavily into like the funny side of commercials like they were years ago. But
need to be.
I will say I enjoyed the commercials more this year than I have in the past couple of years.
That's fair.
But nothing was memorable.
It seems like the template is just get something really well produced and get a couple of huge names.
Also,
and there's gonna be a concept. It's not necessarily gonna be funny or clever. It's just gonna be a thing.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
The amount of stars that were in the commercials this year was insane.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, that bowling one, that was actually pretty decent. Not that it was funny or anything, but Steve Buscemi, and I like Brooks being in there.
Right.
Brooks is kind of sexy. Is he been in the running for sexiest man alive?
He tries to cover himself up here. Like, he was in the running for like that award, right? Like, I don't.
I'm just saying he should be. I know he's been on the cover of I don't know what kind of fitness magazines, but he did the
magazines that Andrew reads on the day.
Oh
yeah. You know, I got magazines stacked. Yeah.
The only like fitness magazine I think it would be like GQ.
No, but he did like the whole
I guess that's not
nude posing for SportsCenter. What was that called? SportsCenter.
Oh, the body issue.
Yeah, the body issue. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem.
Anyway, Brooks Koepka, bad looking guy. Tell me he's a bad looking guy.
He's a solid guy.
He's a decent looking guy.
He's not bad looking. He's just not like I wouldn't say. Oh my god.
He tried to tell me Patrick Mahomes was a good looking guy the other day. Sam did the other day. That was actually like an hour ago.
I think physically he's a decent looking dude.
Okay, so now we're checking out guys based off of their bodies. Okay.
Well, there's no commercials.
Well, sure.
Yeah. What else are we supposed to do with our time?
Wait, based on their bodies.
That's what he just said. He said he has a nice body.
Yeah, he's a physically good looking dude.
He's one of the flabbiest quarterbacks in the NFL. Have you seen him at the State Farm ads?
I've seen his face, and that's about it.
Okay, I feel like the body and the face, there's usually a discrepancy when objectifying somebody.
All right,
That's fair.
As
That's
much
fair.
as I like
That's fair.
talking about guys and their bodies and stuff, let's like talk.
I know
about
this is your pastime.
Yeah,
This is what you do
This is
on
actually what I
weekends.
spend most of my time talking.
This is what he does in his off time.
I think this is good.
I think this is what you guys must have been talking about. I've gotten this number twice now.
Figure it out.
All right, concrete.
Figure it
Want to
out.
answer it live on air?
No, I don't.
Come on.
because I have all sorts of people I need to call right now, and I don't want this to be someone that I need to talk to and be like on the air having to talk about something serious.
Could be good.
Well, no, because no.
Okay.
We'll wait. I don't know. Yeah, that's stressing me out. though.
Super Bowl happened.
No, I want to go back real quick to the commercial.
Oh,
One more thing
okay.
on the commercial take. I had actually something to say about it. The smart COVID home tester thing.
I
It was
completely
like one
forgot
of the
about that.
forgot
first,
about that
like
too,
it was like one of the first commercials, and I'm like, this is one of the worst technology inventions I have ever seen in my life. The fact, where's the flu, the flu test kits? Where are those? Where are all these smart test home kits? God, I hate that. But it's much better. The last 2 years before this, it's all been like COVID talk. And why is Sam laughing back there?
He's not.
Okay, now he's not anymore.
No,
thought
I
something
wasn't
going
laughing
on.
to begin. He was looking it up.
Okay, fair enough. I thought something was going on back there. So,
But yeah, that was a weird
I want
commercial.
more comedy. More comedy in these
that's what I
commercials. I don't talk about the commercials if they're not funny. I don't go and say, "Wow, do you see how well done that commercial was?" Like, "Wow, the videography on that was whew." I don't care. Make it funny. I'll talk about it.
I was just there for the Marvel and Lord of the Rings trailers, and
That was
I
cool.
was good.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, good. They left me a message this time, so that's a plus. At least I know what they want. All right. Yes, Super Bowl actual game. I am so furious. I was so mad after that game. I hate the Rams. There is nothing more in this world right now that I hate more than the Rams.
Okay, I feel like I've been the
LeBron?
only one championing for Rams hate over the past 5 weeks, and you're like, the 49ers.
No,
I'm glad that you
no.
finally arrived.
No, I have not.
You would never. Okay, you never jumped on the hate with me. You were
That's
never like,
so
yes.
untrue.
That's no.
I have
There
said
are
I have
archives.
said for weeks how much I don't like the Rams. There is not one glorifying aspect aside from Cooper Kupp. It's kind of cool, but he's not even from here. Let's be honest. He's from Yakima. He's not a Spoke. How does Spokane all of a sudden embrace him? Yeah, he played,
I used to say it like that
He
too.
played in Cheney. He played at Eastern Washington. That's cool, but he's not a Spokane
Someone
kid.
said that he should have been given an award for playing 4 years on that turf and not going legally blind. And I was like, yeah, that's
pretty good.
true.
But honestly, it's almost like they've embraced him as their own, and I don't understand that. But it's really cool. By the way,
You don't
I'm not,
understand that
No,
happens in sports
I know.
all the time, everywhere.
No, it's just surprising.
Gonzaga adopts people. Nobody's
that's
from
fine.
Spokane.
It's different. GU's
shut
GU's
the
up
hell
here.
up.
Eastern Cheney's down here.
God.
No, it's really cool that he won MVP. That's literally the only okay thing about it.
Angel Nunez also balls at the move on the South O. all the
Does
time.
he actually?
I see him a
Angel
lot.
Nunez. I haven't heard that name in a long time. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That guy was kind of
He's there getting one-on-one working.
giving.
I said getting. It was the one-on-one that I messed up. Sheesh. Anyway.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So
I
essentially,
saw Timmy out at the bars too Saturday night.
where at?
I was leaving Barachos and
Oh,
he
boy.
was entering.
Oh boy, Drew, what are you doing down there? Be careful.
Yeah, they got a duck to get in.
Yeah, it's very odd looking. What's crazy is he's still only like 6'10".
Yeah, I know.
There's much larger humans out there. No, let me go back to the Rams. God, I hate that we have to watch them celebrate. I hate that the city of LA gets.
Their
a team.
celebrating
Did you see
is sad as hell.
that LA was outside of the top 10 cities for Super Bowl viewership. Los Angeles.
There were so
Like
many.
a fifth of their city could have been tuned in, and it would be number one.
There were so many parody videos of people the night of the win going out on the streets, which were not flooded with people, and asking people questions about fake players that didn't exist, and then all the fans just being like, "Yep, love that guy, put him in the Hall of Fame." And so nobody knew what they were talking about. Basically, they were just exposing these fans.
Right.
I feel as if we shouldn't have any football city in a location in which the city doesn't basically shut down for the next week because of the fact that their team just won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Could you imagine if that happened to Detroit? We know what it's looked like in Seattle. We know what it looks like in Philadelphia. We know what it looks like everywhere. And now we know what it looks like in LA. And
12 fans that are hanging out.
yeah.
And I don't know. Stafford is such an interesting quarterback to me. You know, Sherm actually said, question his Hall of Fame candidacy a little bit, and he's not that far off base. We've had this discussion about Stafford and his credentials and where we should rank him. He really only has yards.
He's got numbers.
Sort of. He has yards, touchdowns, a ton of picks.
Yeah.
A lot of fourth quarter comebacks.
So does Brett Favre, though. Brett Favre's got the most, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's a little bit. It's a little bit different because the Packers were actually good, and I know they had probably a better team around him. But Stafford never took even a below average Lions team. And
it's true. He didn't do what Joe Burrow just did for the Bengals.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true.
And is Stafford gonna be a Hall of Famer? Probably.
He probably will because of the way that things are now.
Right. He has a title now. I don't think the Rams are going to be able to do this again. I don't think that they're going to be able to replicate this magic.
My favorite thing about them winning the Super Bowl is the fact that they won the Super Bowl, and therefore, like, we don't have to, in theory, shouldn't have to worry about them. There's going to,
right.
There's speculation of a lot of offseason changes.
And I was
I don't even think this team was better than their 2018 team. I think their 2018 team was better when they went and got clapped and embarrassed by the Pats. But still.
Yeah, I could probably agree with that.
They had more. That year they seemed unbeatable. The Rams this year were very much beatable.
I would
week in and week
agree.
out.
I would 100% agree. My frustrations are that McVay and Donald are coming back. It's still going to be a distraction. But it still upsets me. That was the one thing, too. It was right before the Super Bowl happened, and they're like, Aaron Donald might retire after the Super Bowl if he wins. And I'm like, I don't want them to win. Then they won. I'm like, thank God he's going to retire.
Yeah.
And then he talked about, like, I'm going to live in the moment. And then yesterday he's like, we're going to run it back. We're a super team. We're going to return the super team. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
God, McVay, I think, is an overrated coach, a beautiful offensive mind. But I think he doesn't have the chops to be considered a great coach.
It's weird the way that his career's gone in. How long has he been there? 4 or 5 years?
I want to say 4.
He come in 17. Was that the first season? Because the next season. Yep. So, genius, cutting edge. He's already built or created his own coaching tree. I mean, look at the coaches around the league. I mean, and how many come from
Zach Taylor, Shanahan,
McVay Association. It's kind of incredible the pace at which that's happened. But he is really bad in game.
Oh, he's horrible.
He is terrible.
And he actually
at game
made
management.
a solid change. It was almost too late by spreading out the field and targeting Cooper Kupp. And it took them until midway through the fourth quarter to recognize that.
Dude, but that running game, it was just like that was insanity.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all. That's funny. His fiance is trending right now.
It's because I'm pretty sure she made a video of him being like, "I'm not going to retire."
Yeah. I think it was last night I think it was last night. Yeah, I wish he would have. I wish he would be gone. I wish Donald was gone.
Did you think it was a good Super Bowl overall? Not just the game, not just everything.
Yeah,
I would give it a B-. Something felt weird about it, and it looked like the two teams that were playing were not very good teams.
If you take out the third quarter. Or second, one of those 2 quarters.
Yeah, it was that lull.
It's an A. But overall, I'd give it a B because of the ending. The ending was good. The touchdown
good, not
Cooper
great.
Kupp, it was good, not great. God, they almost had it. They were at midfield. They were at midfield. They were so close.
I know. Talk about coaching blunders. I mean, how do you not have Joe Mixon out on that drive?
So I had someone talk to me about this a little bit, and if you're going to run the football, put him in. He's going to. It doesn't even matter if bringing him in signifies that you might run it on that third down.
Yep.
Run it. Bring Mixon in. I understand. I think P. Ryan's a better pass blocker, so I think that's why he's in.
No, and that was the rationale. But still, with that being the case, I don't know. Does Joe Mixon really fall off that much in pass protection that you wouldn't? I mean, I feel like everything else that he's capable of doing on the field would probably justify his presence out there.
At least on first and second down. Maybe
on the last drive of your
maybe bring
season.
P. Ryan in for third down, fourth down.
Sure.
But only if it's not in the situation that you were in, because in the third down play when they ran it with, and by the way, ridiculous play by Donald on that.
Yeah.
That
was far more impressive than the
probably one of the most impressive things in the
down.
entire game. Yeah. Like that was ridiculously impressive. I would say that you should have brought him in for that. You should have had him in for a majority of the drive. If it's a full-on, this running back's pass protecting, he's not going out for a route. Like there should have been better conversations and communication between the staff determining what would be the best position to bring Mixon in. Because, yeah, I would agree. Mixon's better 9.9 times out of 10. But in a pure pass situation where he's going to be in there for some, a max protect kind of thing, that would make sense. That was a weird decision. The fact that they didn't QB sneak it was also a weird decision. Burrow has that ability. And I think if you have a guy who isn't like Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, smaller kind of guy, I would run quarterback sneaks every single time. On 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and less, why not?
See, I would have tossed something outside. I mean, that their defensive line is, got their ears pinned back and Donald's in full out.
Depending on who's in, because they have that run stuffing guy, number 94, and then they have Donald.
That's true, and Collinsworth was pointing that out the whole game, and obviously he was able to realize it. We were able to realize it at home, but Zach Taylor didn't seem to think anything of it.
Even with them there, though, I just feel like for Burrow being such an intelligent guy, I feel like even with both of them in, a quarterback sneak is still a decent play.
Yeah.
If it's a yard or less, if it's like even a yard and a half, I would say no.
I would almost do it on the 3rd down rather than the 4th down.
That's what I meant.
Okay, all right.
I would probably take it either way, but I still would have for sure done it on 3rd down. I for sure would have. I also thought that do you have the bets, by the way? Do we have those up? Okay, real quick. So I mentioned a concussion. I meant torn ACL by Odell Beckham.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool.
If only I could have predicted that, then my dream would have come true.
Cool.
Do you want to hear what we had? Do you want to go?
Let's run them through real quick.
Okay.
All right. So for the coin flip, everybody said heads except for Justin.
No. That's the other way around. You all said tails. I said heads. Because you guys are all tails never fails kind of guys. I know for 100% fact I said heads.
Oh,
I do think you wrote that down wrong. Yeah,
Okay.
He definitely wrote that down.
That's fine.
Andrew,
as long as we got.
I agree with the tails never fails.
Awesome.
And unfortunately,
tails always fails.
it always fails.
Yep, perfect. That's
Okay.
glad we can figure that out. All right, what's next?
I'm going to get the over-under for the dogs being commercials.
Oh, yeah.
The under hit, right?
It was definitely under.
Justin and Andrew both took unders, and Sam and I took over.
It was definitely under.
It hit.
I think I only remember like 2.
It was under.
I think it was 4.
Was it?
I couldn't tell you.
Cool.
I just remember like 2. Again, this is not super memorable. They said there was no Budweiser commercial, but was that not a Budweiser commercial with the Clydesdale?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 100% a Budweiser
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading a CNN.
Also,
shouldn't have been doing that
Budweiser
opinion
didn't
piece.
Budweiser have another commercial that wasn't Clydesdale related?
They had a Bud Light.
No, I'm pretty
The
sure
Bud
there
Light-
was another
the Bud Light-
Budweiser
No, there was
commercial
another
that not
Budweiser one
Clydesdale.
because when Budweiser came on at the end of the commercial, I was like, oh, are they not doing the Clydesdale thing? It was before the Clydesdale one came on, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't remember.
believe
just know they had
you
the
are
Bud
correct,
Light sodas.
But then again, it just goes back to, were there actually any commercials?
I don't think so.
Gianni said Aaron Donald is right there though on a QB sneak. Don't care, doesn't bother me. And I predicted that, and I would like credit, not giving credit for anything.
I predicted OBJ drop. I predicted Eminem was not going to open, which I still
we're
to
not
this day
there
don't
yet.
understand. Well, let's go.
I'm waiting.
So the next one we had was the Snoop lighted joint.
He
And
did.
Okay.
He did.
So that's up for contention. I think this is going to be weird. I would say no because it wasn't on the broadcast.
It wasn't
Right.
on stage, and then we did specify
Right.
that, and everyone said no except for me. But I'm gonna take that as a moral victory.
You could take
Moral
it as a
victory.
victory.
because I
That's
really
fine.
wanted
That's
him
fine.
to do it.
That's
I really
fair.
wanted him
I'll
to.
let you have
That's
it.
why I said
But
yes.
he technically did, it just wasn't on air.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that we did specifically say, so
Yep.
I'm like, I feel good about that. Then we had the Drake's curse, the Drake curse.
Unknown.
And
Push.
I don't think he wore a jersey, but that's what Andrew said.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
see
he
it.
wasn't there.
I didn't.
He
see it.
wasn't
it's like-
shown.
Yeah, he may have been there. He must have been there, but he wasn't shown.
Wasn't shown. Kanye was shown.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like get him off the screen. I don't
A
care.
lot. And then we all said Bengals for game winner. Obviously, we all lost that.
Boo.
But we would have been super happy.
Bunch of losers.
Did anyone leave the game from a concussion? Nobody did. Everybody said no, except Justin had a very specific backup running back for the Bengals was going to be
Wasn't it P.
concussed.
Ryan?
Wait, didn't you also say someone else and then change it?
He said
Yeah,
like a
it
third
wasn't.
string or something.
I don't remember who I picked the first time, but
Yeah.
I should have known it was going to be OBJ. I should have picked him. That would have been at
I
least
think
half
you
right.
did.
I may have said OBJ.
I want to say you might have picked
I
that
may have said
initially.
OBJ. That's funny. I wish I would have predicted that. All right, was that the last one?
No.
No, we got like
right.
four more. So
Okay,
the
that's
first
fine.
commercial after the coin toss, I don't remember what it was.
I also
It wasn't SoFi.
Okay,
It was not
th-
SoFi.
There was Coke for Sam. I said Hyundai. You said SoFi, and you said Doritos.
Wait. You said what?
We were all wrong.
I said Hyundai. Hyundai?
Get the fuck out.
Sunday, Monday.
It's
homework.
Hyundai. There's a Y.
Doesn't matter.
It's Hyundai.
Hey, don't.
was not
Okay,
looking at
I don't want to
don't-
spend any more time
Don't
on
culturally
this.
appropriate the Koreans. Come on, dude.
Hyundai. Okay. I don't remember what it was though.
Oof.
And then
It's
the
none of
first
those.
artist at halftime, everybody said Eminem except Andrew said Dr. Dre, and
Was Dre,
And they played California Love.
was Dre
it was
first?
right.
It was Dre
It
and
was
Snoop
Dre-
at the
I
same
missed,
time.
I missed the first like 15 seconds.
I think Snoop technically started it, but
Probably.
Dre was
No, because Dre
on
came
with-
up from down below.
And then Snoop came on.
So technically, Dre started it.
Yeah, I nailed the halftime show.
That boy.
That's
Got
all I'm
lucky.
saying.
And
You did nail
then
the halftime show. I'll give you
for Gatorade color, Justin said blue.
It was
Nailed
blue,
it.
but at first when they first poured it, I was like, "Oh, it's clear." The blue didn't
Yeah, it
show
took a
until
second.
later.
Yeah.
It was like all the ice fell out first, and
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly
It was
colored.
the blue, which made
close.
sense. Everybody else said orange, except I said if it was the Rams, it was gonna be red.
Did say that.
And then final score, Justin said Bengals 30-27.
Mine was
I was so
closest.
close.
Andrew was
I-
extremely close.
I said 23-19.
23-19.
But I said Bengals.
Except you said
23-19.
Bengals. Yeah.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was
I
super close.
I wanted them to get that game-winning touchdown.
I feel like
That
we
didn't
all
happen.
did pretty decent job with our little prop bets.
I think so.
I
They're
didn't get
all
a single
within the
one.
realm of.
I got zero.
I don't think I got any.
No, not in
think I got
spirit. They were
one
all
Well,
kind of close. They were solid guesses.
the talent did pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
Quotes on
let's move on from the
talent.
Super Bowl. There's nothing to talk about. I really hate the Rams.
Cool. Same.
One thing that was pretty cool that I missed. This was 2 weeks ago. Or no, this was just a week ago. Paul Sewell is doing his
Yeah,
best
he's
to recruit
recruiting.
Chris
Yeah,
Bryant.
yeah.
That's sweet. I didn't realize they both. I didn't realize Paul went to San Diego as well.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much that really.
You don't think that matters? They were at a wedding together. Like they're good buddies.
I know.
I'm excited. Sold.
Money
Chris,
over
Chris
friendship.
Bryant to the Mariners.
Money over
Gonna happen.
friendship.
Windermere Services Mountain West proudly services over 60 Windermere offices in Eastern Washington, Idaho, Eastern Oregon, and Montana. They are all in for their local communities. At Windermere Services Mountain West, relationships are the foundation of their business. Their mission is to be successful, team-oriented real estate professionals committed to exceeding expectations through exceptional customer service. They are Windermere. Windermere Services Mountain West is committed to the communities in which they live and work. They are all in for me and you and everybody. Let's put up those photos real quick. Of the Sounders training facility. I just want to let the world see how beautiful this place is about to. That is sweet. They're probably going to have the best facilities in MLS, which it's nice to see that they're investing this sort of money into the team. Not that any of us had a question that the Sounders were going to be here for the long haul, but this is exactly what Seattle did in Renton. They're going to be neighbors-ish in Renton with the Seahawks. But I think this just confirms their commitment to being great. That's going to be crazy. And what's also cool is that it'll be open to the public in a capacity because they have a viewing deck, which I think is what they show.
Dude, you know what would have
out
been
there.
really sick is if they committed to basketball.
You're right, but that's not up to us, I think. I think that's an
I know.
NBA thing. I think they're ready. I think there's even people ready to buy and get in on that. If they can't get the Supersonics name and history back from the Thunder, I'm going to riot. I'm going to burn Oklahoma City down. I'm going to
I
light the
agree
oil
up
fields.
till the burn Oklahoma City down part. It'd be really cool to have the
It's
Seattle
such a
Supersonics
bummer.
back.
Could you imagine? Literally, it's just we have to start from scratch.
That would suck
Oh,
big.
I would hate it. I did see the Seattle Supersonics on ESPN. They recognize them as the Supersonics, which they should have done the Thunder, but that's fine. I was happy to see. Did you think that name was fine? The Supersonics, or was it too long?
Well, I mean,
My buddy Judd said it was too long. He didn't. He never really liked
the
it.
Timberwolves just get called. No, it's not too long.
Okay.
Supersonics, because it's not a name. All the syllables roll just fine. There aren't any ones that you get hung up on that elongate the
I agree.
Supersonics.
It flows.
Yeah.
All right, my jabroni is Matthew Stafford. First off, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Did you see? You see what happened?
Yeah.
All right, play the video.
Okay, you would have done the same thing. We all would have done the same
No!
thing. He was faded. That's exactly what you do
then
when
he
you're
takes
out in public, drunk as hell, and you see something bad happen. You turn around, you drop your jaw,
And he
you
takes
walk
a
away.
giant drink of
Or
water.
you drop your jaw,
Yeah.
turn around, and walk away. And his wife, who basically
What a
can
saint.
speak and represent
Has
for
to
him,
cover for that
she went
douchebag.
over. She went over to see what was going on. Fractured spine and 2 broken cameras.
Right, and she got a GoFundMe started from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
She is up to $41,188 of her $30,000 goal. It just went up another 100. 1,000 donors. God, I wish I could break my back.
Nice.
You have to break your neck in front of someone famous and have it caught
I
on
know. God, I have to.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. All right.
Okay.
You're up.
The Rams or whichever you got first. Don't matter. Yeah, Rams. They couldn't fill up a sidewalk, let alone a street.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was just embarrassing as they were
That looks
all
like our
getting on the
lilac parade.
microphones. They weren't talking to anybody because nobody was there. It's sad. This is not what the street should look like of the team in the city that just won the Super Bowl. It's how many other cities in the NFL does this happen to?
Probably zero. Honestly,
I think
probably
it's zero.
You look at Green Bay, a
Right.
tiny city comparably, and they would have 5,000 times more than what was just shown there.
Anyway, yeah. So
Yeah, that's
let's
bad.
not.
I didn't
do
see
that
those photos.
again. Let's just not do that.
Well, we shouldn't
again.
let them win. Why did we let them win? NFL. God, I hate the Rams. All right. what's next?
Also, Patrick Mahomes, dude, you got to figure out your social life and your personal life and your potential wife.
Yeah. He was kind of weird last night in the game.
He's a weird guy. I just don't think we know it because he never gives us anything
Well, because he's so
about
good
his
at
personality.
football. We just look at the stats. It was like
Look
Wilson.
at her face. Look at her
Wilson's-
face. Look at her face. Hold up. Face. No, I know.
Of her? Oh, boy.
Right as I saw that, I was like, I
She looks-
finally understand why she and Jackson get along so well.
She looks like...
That particular section of video, I know you said I know they're high school
Sweethearts. Yeah.
That's very much their high school sweethearts, and now they're
He's
just
stuck.
content at where they are, and they just hate each other about it.
Well, it's almost like Wilson. Like Wilson's made the right choice and got out of his crazy relationship.
Yeah.
Now, not that Sierra's not crazy, but it's they fit each other better.
Hilarious video of he and Sierra at the after party in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Drake was performing and he brought Future on, and there's a video of Russell and Sierra coming on as you can hear Future addressing the audience as he comes out on stage. Hilarious.
Really,
Anyway, Russell Wilson sucks.
I'll have to. I like him.
I know
he's-
you do, yeah.
I think he's fun. I think he's a goofy guy.
Do you like squares?
I don't mind squares, I guess. All right, this day in sports history. Actually, let's do the birthdays first. Jim Brown turns 86 today.
Wow.
Michael Jordan turns 59.
Goat.
Happy birthday. Yes. Thank you.
Happy birthday,
This day in sports
Michael.
history in 1924, American swimmer Johnny Weissmuller sets the 100-meter world freestyle record, 57.4 seconds. You guys had to guess what's the current record. If there was 57 seconds in 1924.
Isn't it like
Sorry, what was it for? Sorry, I
48?
spaced out for a minute.
The world record 100-meter freestyle swimming.
48?
It was 57. What is it now?
I'm gonna
In 1924.
go 47.
He just said 47.
He said 48.
like
Oh.
3 times.
47.9.
46.9.
You guys suck.
So you win. That's awesome.
You guys
I
rode
love,
off the
I,
coattails.
I love that
I
you
really
lost
like Price's
about-
Right rules there.
Actually, you
Yeah.
all lost, but
I technically won. I was.
Well, I guess
closest.
I went over.
no, I know, but you guys were
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah, true.
Right. All right. 1943, New York Yankee Joe DiMaggio enlists in the U.S. Army. What a weird thing. Like, I can't imagine that today. Like, all of a sudden, let's say a war broke out, and it's like Jordan Brooks enlists in the Marines, and it's like,
Damn.
Like,
That sucks.
that's, yeah, best of luck. We saw how that
See ya,
worked
Jordan.
with the Cardinals.
Nice. Yeah. Wow. All right. Rip.
We're going to let
rip.
that one just simmer for a second. 1974, 49 die in a stampede for seats at a soccer match in Cairo, Egypt. Soccer fans are far and away the craziest people in the world.
It's true.
And people look at what we do in the States after big games or whatever. GU won in the Final Four and they lit couches on fire. It's laughable compared to what happens in European soccer or
true.
actually soccer around the world.
Speaking of
South American
celebrations,
soccer.
Spokane put on a bigger celebration when GU won than LA did.
It's definitely felt like it. I partied that
I'm
night
sorry. When did you win?
in the Final Four against
Okay.
against the UCLA. Do you know I went to the piano bar that night when they won? Have I
did
told
you?
that? We got them to play Zombie Nation at the piano bar. Oh, it was
Hell yeah.
sick. Everyone was jumping and singing along.
Most of the time I go to the piano bar, I'm not feeling the music that they play. I don't know if they have different nights and they have different genre nights.
No,
Or
I think they just play whatever and then suggestions.
yeah.
So it depends on the people you have there, definitely, if they give good songs or not. In 2016, Nike ends its endorsement deal with Manny Pacquiao after he made comments on TV saying gay people are worse than animals. That's a bad take. That's going to get a lot of people canceled. There's some things
It depends. I don't know. Ask PETA.
Oh, good point. What would
I don't
PETA
know.
say?
Yeah, I don't know. The hierarchies.
That's a good question. We should definitely
They kind
ask
of delineate.
that.
Depends on who you ask.
All right. Go ahead and roll with your closing time.
I didn't have one
Okay, my
because
bad.
you decided not to prepare today. However, I have one now. Our defensive coordinator is
Clint
one
Hurt.
of the funniest looking people, and his name is even more funny.
Clint?
Clint Hurt.
Are you going to find a photo of him? Okay.
Dude,
What's wrong with his name? I think that's kind of cool. Clint Hurt?
Do I have to spell this out?
I'm gonna pick. I feel really bad because it's just a rough photo.
Well, then
No,
give,
there is
then
no
do
such
two
thing as a
photos.
rough photo.
Then,
It is a photo.
No.
then give
No.
two photos.
I'm gonna put one in real quick because I will say I just picked. It's the second one on Google, by the way. If it will load. Oh, hold on.
What's wrong with his name? Clint?
Hurt.
Clint Hurt?
Yeah.
I hope our defense hurts other players.
Okay, so
Under
whatever.
Clint's leadership.
This is a different one. This is, I guess, a slightly better photo.
Is something pretty funny there? He's a big guy.
He looks like Mike McCarthy
He does look a little bit like Mike McCarthy.
put on 40
Be careful.
pounds just in the boobs. And it's actually impressive because he gets slimmer as he goes down. He looks like a upside down triangle.
Well, that's because he's not going to be pushed around.
See, he doesn't want to drop defensive linemen into coverage though. So that's
a great plan. I also like the hiring of Sean Desai. I think more cooks in the kitchen is fine until game day. Then it needs to be.
Right.
We just got to do it. We got to do what we talked about and not overthink it with everyone else pitching in.
Yep.
All right, my closing time. These are real people's names, by the way.
Clint Hurt.
When you put these in the Google Drive, I was so confused on what they were.
Right. The first one here is God Shamgod. There he is. That is a real human being's name. He kind of looks like Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins in like Gucci Mane and or the game.
So God Shamgod played for the Washington Wizards for a couple of years. He's now currently a player development coach for the Mavericks. But his real name is God Shamgod.
Do you know if that's his birth name?
That's his birth name. Yep.
That's crazy.
Used to be okay.
Is it short for anything?
He did change it was Shamgod Wells. So his first name was Shamgod. And then he changed it to God Shamgod. Still, Shamgod is a very interesting first name. All right, second one here. There's God's Gift Achua. God's Gift is his first name.
Oh, that's.
We know there's a player in the league right now named Precious Achua.
I don't know if they're related.
Man is yoked.
Yeah, seriously.
And related results to
Look at them delts.
these two people. I guess there was a guy named Longar and a NASCAR racer named Dick Trickle. That's interesting. And then Fat Lever used to be a basketball player. Yeah, literally Dick Trickle. Richard Leroy Trickle. Oh boy, and he killed himself.
Oh, God.
I mean, he had a good life. He was 70, 68.
That's a late age.
There
to
he
kill
is. Good old Dick Trickle. Duralube. That is the best name in the history of sports.
Wow.
So why did he? Oh, boy. Trickle and his family suffered a horrible tragedy when his granddaughter died in a car accident. That always bothered him. Okay, so he killed himself 12 years later. I don't know how much that... Oh, never mind. He killed himself at his granddaughter's grave. Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
I vote we talk about something else immediately because that's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That is
To think we laughed at Dick Trickle.
That is absolutely brutal. Yeah, we can talk about who called me. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
My favorite segment.
This is a new segment on Locker Room called Who
Literally,
Called
right
Justin?
when we get off the air, I'm gonna figure out who called me, and it's gonna be something horrible. I'm sure of it, and it's gonna be something I have to deal with. It'll be something I have to deal with, and I don't want to. All right, that was the Locker Room. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again next week, same time-ish, same time. Have a good rest of the weekend. See ya.
We'll do better.